Blanket, check. Juno on the floor, check. Jamie, check. Hello everyone, welcome back to Foster the Meeple, a channel all about board games and murder. Just kidding, not really. Well, at least I hope not. Today we are doing a playthrough of Final Girl. It has been a while since I've done an edited playthrough of Final Girl, and of course I do have Series 3 now, so I figured, what the heck, why not? Let's play Final Girl and have some fun. So here is a little preface, a little context. Number one, I was working for Van Ryder Games. I am no longer working with them full-time, but I am on contract. So I am going to be giving a review of this after I finish my playthrough. And if you're like, but you work for the company, technically yes, I guess still, but also technically not really. This was gifted to me. All of the employees get it, and I got it before I left. But this is Series 3. It is starting to fulfill to the Kickstarter backers now, which is really exciting. So I wanted to start getting some content out to kind of help people learn Series 3 and just kind of play along with me. So today we are actually going to be playing the Falconwood Files, which is currently my favorite of the new 5 feature films. So if you don't know, let's do a little show and tell. We have the Falconwood Files, we have Hell to Pay, we have the Merrick Murders, Killer from Tomorrow, and Don't Make a Sound. Those are the 5 new sets. I am not going to be playing with my own Final Girl character, although if you didn't know, I do have one in this set, and once it is all fulfilled to Kickstarter backers, you should be able to start buying not only the feature films, the series on the Van Ryder Games website, but also my card and mini that's in there. But we're just going to stick to it. We're going to be purists today, and we are playing everything as it is with the Falconwood Files. All right, so I am going to not do a full how to play on Final Girl, but what I will do for today's video is I will go over how the Falconwood Files is different from your standard Final Girl. What I will do for you as well is I will link below a how to play video from Rodney over at Watch It Played. He has an excellent Final Girl how to play, so if you're looking to learn, that is a great place to start. Here we go. Our killer is Slayer. Our location is, of course, Falconwood. Now, this set has a lot of differences in it, so I'm going to start with Falconwood and then we'll move on to the Slayer. In case you're wondering about anything that I have out on the table, I am using the Series 2 playmats, which are my favorite playmats. I am using the upgraded components that come with it for the health tokens. I am not using miniatures because it's too hard to see on camera. So I will be using just the regular meeples. I have Dice Jail. I hope we don't need it, but there's a good chance that we will. I have the Final Girl dice tray, and this mat over here is an addition that came with Series 3 that has some more sections for other things like the dice tray, some tokens, special cards, your current hand, all of that good stuff. And I will be playing with Janelle because she is my new favorite character. So to start, before we get into everything, let's talk a little bit about Janelle. So Janelle has 5 health. She needs to save 4 victims. Her save spots include decreasing horror, moving 1 space, taking a guard card, and gaining 1 health. Her special ability when she is flipped is to place a tracking marker on the 0 value. So she has a little tracker down here at the bottom. After resolving a horror roll that has no stars or saving a victim, you move the marker 1 space to the right. When resolving an action that deals damage, you increase damage by that number on the space with the marker, then return the marker to the value of 0. So this goes all the way up to 5. So she can do one massive hit, which will be really cool. Let's start off with Falconwood. I have selected the setup back to school because kids just went back to school after the holidays, so I thought it was fitting. So with Falconwood, it works in a similar way to a lot of maps. There are 3 search spaces. We have the government lab, police station, and the mall. There are a few water crossing spaces. Some have roads. Those are legal crossing stations. They're called bridges. You can also get something to add another bridge into it. You can cross those with no restrictions. There are also across the river these blue lines, and those are called river crossings. You cannot cross those unless you gain some kind of an ability that allows you to do that. So something might come up in the item deck, maybe even the terror deck, but just so you know, the killer, so the slayer, cannot cross river crossings. They can't, and the spaces are not considered adjacent. So you'll see here and here, those spaces are not considered adjacent unless perhaps we add maybe a bridge there later, but to start, they're not adjacent. Now, the biggest difference with Falconwood is the missions. The set comes with 5 different missions. You have Missing Friend, Survive the Hunt, Expose the Lab, Crack the Code, and Save Your Father. Today we're going to be playing with Save Your Father. So the biggest difference here is that in order to win this set, not only do you need to kill the killer before they kill you, which is the typical main goal, but you first must solve and complete your mission. Even if you have the killer down to his final health, you cannot kill him unless you have completed your mission. Do your homework, kids, okay? I will go over Save Your Father now because that is going to be our current mission. I picked this one because I haven't played it yet. That's kind of the main reason. So for the missions, you're going to get one of these papers that explains everything. There's going to be some kind of a special setup and then additional rules. So Save Your Father. Government officials have imprisoned your father to keep him quiet. Help him escape before he's transported to another prison. Bum, bum, bum. Additional components, so we have these 9 mission tokens. So these are mission tokens here, 2, 4, 6 on the board. These ones on the board are keys. These ones here are blanks. So these are 3 blanks. So when we end our movement in a space with mission tokens, we can discard a search action in order to take those tokens and put them in our mission token pool, which is over here. And we will shuffle those up, okay? So that is then going to be our active mission pool, which is important, but I'll get to that later. But those are the mission tokens that come with the setup. Then we have friend cards in this, and there's a bunch of different friend cards depending on what mission you're doing, but obviously for this one we have our adopted father, so we need to take this card out and set him aside. He will become a special victim eventually, but for right now he's just kind of off to the side. He does not start on the board. So we already talked about how to collect these, but once per action phase you can spend a time to reveal a token from the mission pool. If you reveal a blank, one blank, that's okay, you can keep going. But at any point, if you reveal 2, you have to stop this. You do need to pay a time for every token that you are going to flip, so it's kind of like a risk reward, but as soon as you reveal 2, you must stop. If you reveal 2, all of the mission tokens get shuffled back in. Now, if you choose to stop before you've hit 2 blanks, then you get to discard a blank if you've already revealed one, and you get to take the key tokens that you have found and you will place them here. We are trying to gather 3 keys. Now you'll notice there's a bunch of different things on these mission tokens, the different letters, the different numbers, all of that stuff, they're just used for different missions. We're only looking for the keys in this one. So that's all we need to worry about. We just don't want to pull blanks, preferably. Now when the mission is complete, we are going to place the adopted father special victim at the police station. He is now active in the game, but he is not considered a regular victim. He's considered a special victim with a few extra bits and bobs that make them even more special because they're your friends. He's your father, he's your friend. The other thing is, when we do accomplish that, we will get to grab the items from the police station, look through the deck, and take one of the items of our choosing. Like I said, the father is not just a regular special victim. The friends have additional benefits, and this is going to go for any friends in any of the missions. So friends will follow you into a killer space, whereas regular victims and special victims would not do that. Okay, so they will follow you because they got your back. They're there for you. It's really nice, actually. Other victims in the same space as your friend, if the killer is targeting victims, it will always target a normal victim before it targets your friend. Friends will not panic if they are in your space. Okay, so that's the only other difference there. There is a 20-sided die that could come into play through events, tarot cards, things like that, and some missions need it as well, so I just have that to the side. Let's talk about Slayer. The biggest thing with the Slayer is the mirror dimension. So you might notice on the board we have our regular yellow victim meeples, but there's also a couple of gray meeples there. That's weird. So basically how this works, how the Slayer works, is that he lurks and lives in the other dimension. So we are in the mirror dimension. So anybody that's yellow, plus me as the final girl currently, special victims, we are all currently in our dimension. We're in the real world. He is going to be on his turn, and anytime that you see this little like house flippy symbol, he is going to be pulling victims into the mirror dimension. He cannot kill victims unless they are in the mirror dimension. So he's pretty desperate to get people kind of tugged in. He can attack the final girl no matter where she is because we got some kind of like connection, you know, he's like tapped into my mind and stuff, which is great. If there are no victims in the mirror dimension when he attacks, he is actually just going to pull somebody in. He will pull in whomever is the closest. So in this situation here, he would pull in one of these two victims into the mirror dimension. When a victim is pulled into the mirror dimension, you are going to swap them out with a gray meeple. If there are no gray meeples left, what he is then going to do is he will kill the furthest victim in the mirror dimension from him, and then he will use that meeple in order to replace the body of the one that he just pulled in. Vicious little fella. Okay, so normal movement stuff is going to apply, but only victims in your dimension will follow you. So currently I'm in our dimension, which is all tracked on this card right here. It'll show you where the final girl is and where the special victims are. So only the yellow victims will follow me. So if I moved here, he wouldn't come with me. If I go into the mirror dimension, it's just the reverse. Only the gray meeples will follow me. You can, on your turn, open a rift. It is a new special action card that you need to buy. This is how me, as the final girl, gets into the mirror dimension. I need to successfully open a rift. On your turn, during the action phase, you can come back into our dimension. You don't have to pay anything, and you can bring the gray meeples with you into our dimension. They have to come to our dimension in order to escape. Only victims in our dimension get to leave. That makes sense. So you have to remember to do that, because if you are still in the mirror dimension in the upkeep phase, you will lose a heart. So it's really important for us to remember that we got to boot, scoot, and boogie back to our dimension before our turn is up. We cannot attack the Slayer unless we are in the same dimension as him. However, if he attacks us and we're not in the same dimension, you can use reaction cards. So you can protect yourself just as normal, but I wouldn't be able to use a Furious Strike card or a weak attack or anything like that unless I'm in the same dimension. So that's why sometimes I want to be jumping into his dimension, and of course to save victims and pull them out of the mirror dimension. One thing I forgot to mention is when the Slayer pulls a victim into the mirror dimension, they will panic. And the other thing to note is that if there are no victims available to be pulled into the mirror dimension, so there's only gray meeples and everybody else is dead, he's got nobody to pull, we will just increase bloodlust by 1. So if he is targeting a victim, and there are no victims in the mirror dimension, he will instead perform his pulling people into the mirror dimension. So if he does that, he will bring Yellow Meeple into the mirror dimension, and then we'll stop his killer actions. We will still resolve the tarot card and all of that stuff, but if he needs to attack and he can't, instead he will pull somebody into the mirror dimension and he won't attack them. He's just pulling them in. And of course, for the panic phase, only the victims in the dimension where somebody was killed will panic, which is typically going to be in the mirror dimension. So we just got to be mindful that if this little duder dies, and let's say this is the situation, he's not going to panic because he doesn't know what's going on, okay? So I think that's everything with the Slayer, which means I think that we're good to go. So I like to typically show what item cards we've got available to us. So the government lab, which is down here, we have a shock stick. We have, at the police station, waffles, of course. And then at the shopping mall, which is up in the corner, we have a flamethrower, which sounds amazing, and I definitely want it. So it is time. We are going to shuffle-uffagus all of these. We're going to give him maybe this one and give me maybe this one. All the rest of these are gone, and let's just hope that we pulled some hearts for us and no hearts for him, because we only have 5 and he has 11. I don't feel safe. All right, let's do this. Let's play. So we'll start with our first event card. Now, before we get started, I want to say a couple of things. Number 1, Final Girl is my most played game of all time. I have played this game over 60 plus times at this point. It is my favorite game of all time. I love it dearly. Given those 2 things, I will still make mistakes because I am playing the game as a normal human who sometimes misses things or sometimes forgets things, those types, It's gonna happen. I'm gonna make a mistake, but one thing that I want you to know is that everything is going to be fine. We're all gonna survive it, you and me. We're not stuck in here with the Slayer. So if I make a mistake, you're welcome to tell me in the comments, but the response you're gonna get is, oops, oh well, because it doesn't matter, because we're just playing board games. And all we're trying to do is have a little bit of fun. And even though I've played it a million times, and I know it pretty well, I'm still gonna make a mistake. So I just wanted to put that out there because I know it's coming. And I've prepared myself for the mistakes that will come. Now let's get into it. Oh, we have a special victim already. Conspiracy theorist. My hands are lethal weapons, you don't say. Place the conspiracy theorist, that's the blue meeple, at the shopping mall, typically where conspiracy theorists like to go. The theorist will follow you into the killer space and can only be attacked if there are no other victims in their space. While the theorist is in your space, if an enemy in your space attacks your victim, that enemy takes a damage. If the theorist is killed in your space, increase horror. So he's actually super helpful. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think he would be based on his title. I'm gonna put him down here because otherwise I'll forget, and he's not too far away from me. Now, I don't hate that. We have 2 exits. We got one up here and one down here. Oh, okay. All right, I'm excited. I need more coffee. Okay, it's time to go. So, for anybody that's new here, one thing that you will learn about me is I start every game with a focus, and I always start with my middle dice. Call me superstitious because I am a little bit. All right. 1 star, we'll take it. I don't think it's worth it to discard already this early for 2 time. Nah. Let's just do that, and we will decrease time by 1. All right, now I say I want to leave enough to get a rift card, but I do think this guy's probably screwed, so it is what it is. Sometimes in life we make sacrifices. Let's go for a little walk, all right? I think oh, there's a door here. Ooh. There's 3 doors. Perfect. I should have, oh, there's a star. I should have remembered that. But what I think I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and get up this way and start saving some of these people. And I would like to get the conspiracy theorists, and I would like to get some of them keys. All right, so we got 1 star, which is going to let us move 1 space. Now, if I get rid of 2 cards, I can move 2 spaces. And that feels worth it. So, short rest and weak attack, always the first to go. Turn that frown upside down. We got 2 stars, my friends. We'll lose a time. And we're gonna boot, scoot, and boogie, and I can't take him with me. I'm so sorry. I do name my victims. If I call a victim by your name, you're welcome. So we're gonna go here. We'll pick up 2 friends, and they're gonna go here with me. So that's 2 spaces. We are at the library. No, we left the library. We don't care about books. All right, so I only have 4 time left. Which I think we should probably stop. I still have a focus and a walk, which we'll keep. We'll keep those. All right, let's go shopping. So we have 4 time. I do want a rift card, and I do want, now I have a walk card. Hear me out. I might not buy this right now. Instead, I'm gonna get a sprint and a search because I would like to go to the shopping mall and get my hands on a flamethrower. That sounds super duper fun to me. And this guy's probably gonna die, and it is what it is. One of these people are gonna be pulled into the mirror realm dimension. All right, so that's me. I've done all my things. Let's move on to Slaya. Slay a slave, like Flav. All right, resolving. Let's just follow this card for our first time doing this together. Determine the closest victim in our dimension to the Slayer. So we've got 2 right here, Bobby and Susie. Okay, for a normal victim, place. So we are going to replace him, Bobby, with Mirror Bobby. And this victim is not dead, just remember they just got pulled under, so they go back to the victim pool. Now we'll panic. Where's Mirror Bobby going? It's gonna go, oh, that's awesome. Bobby is gonna be instantly dead. Good job, Bobby. All right, so we're good with all of that. Now, he is going to target whomever's closest, and guess what? It's Bobby. So Bobby's dead. That didn't take long. Bloop. Bobby's dead. Now, Bobby has died. That means this gray meeple is going to be available to us, so it doesn't take away from the meeple pool, just so everybody knows, but Bloodlust is going to go up 1 more time, and we got a freaking horror. He loves scaring people. Loves it. All right, so Bobby, R.I.P. Sorry to all the Bobbies out there. It had to happen. First tarot card. What is this place? If there are no victims on the board, but of course there are, if there weren't, we'd pull another tarot card. If there are victims in our dimension, then resolve a mirror dimension action on the furthest victim instead of the closest victim. Furthest victim is probably going to be up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do this one because these 2 are equidistant. So we'll choose this because 1, 2, 3, 4. I lied. There is a shorter path. 1, 2, 3, 4 if he goes around. So it actually is going to be one of these, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So it's going to be one of these 2. Drats. Ah, well, that's Jillian. Jilly. So we're resolving that, and then they're gonna have to panic. A 6. Oh, okay. Beep. So they're gonna go up here into the shopping mall because we're all very excited about being at the mall. Then he's going to target the closest victim, move, and attack. He starts with 2 movement. So I'm afraid Billy is also dead. That's brutal. Okay, horror's gonna go up 1. Luckily, horror started at 4. Wowee. There was a lot of murder that happened. I told you at the beginning, in the intro, I said it's board games of murder. I was not lying. The Slayer is slaying. So that's everything for him. Upkeep, we're not gonna have anybody panic because there's nobody in his space. Nothing else to do. So it's back to me, and we need to get some people out. But what I think I might like to try first is I might like to try to walk first and see if we can just waltz our way into the shopping mall so I'm not wasting a sprint. So let's do that. Perfect. So we can move one space. We'll take this person with us. Hey, everybody. And whoops, we have to reset. We will lose one time. Now, I just remembered that in order to get those keys, we have to discard a search card. The keys are probably currently more important than a flamethrower. So let's get rid of the search card to take the 2 keys. And we're gonna put them into the pool here. Because remember, we have to complete the mission. We must. I can choose to spend a time to do that, which I probably will, because if I can get at least 1, that ain't bad. And I've got my conspiracy theorist friend with me, looking out for me. So I'm gonna sprint, I think. I'm gonna try and get a couple people out and then maybe come back and get my buddy boy. So let's try that. Okay, we got 1. So that's perfect. So I'm gonna take these 2 with me. Boop. They're gonna come right here and we're scooting them out. So guess what? Jessica and Jody, you've been saved. You are freaking welcome. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I am going to choose to decrease horror. I'm gonna use my other movement to go back, so I don't think I need the move 1 space. So I think I'll take a guard card. Why not? So we only need to save 2 more in order to flip her card over, which is very nice. So we need to decrease time by 1. And then I'm gonna come back in here with my buddy. Now, I think we'll stop there. We have 4 time left. And I will need to get a search card. Let's stop. I have 4 time. I could get rid of one of these cards is what I'm hesitating to have 5 time, but I don't think that's gonna be very helpful. So we'll stop. We will buy a search card because I really want the flamethrower. It's like if I'm at the cottage, am I not gonna get the blender? Yeah, and I'm gonna get a flamethrower, you best believe it. I will get the search card because that will allow me to search here. I will be getting back a walk, so I do have a movement. My question here is to myself, do I want to get a rift card yet, or do I just want to get a sprint? And I'm gonna get the sprint. I'm not being very proactive, it's fine. I'm just prepping, because if I sprint, I can book it over here, and that's kind of what I want to do. Honestly, I want to book it so I can get more keys. So I decided not to do the time thing because I wanted the time stuff, and that's fine. Let's go into his turn. He is going to pull in the closest victim, which I believe 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 is this one. Who are you? For some reason, J names and B names are the only ones that come to my head. So I'm gonna call them Veronica. There, 3 for a loop. All right, Veronica, welcome. Oh, and Veronica's going up here. That's fine, Veronica. That's fine, Ronnie. You could do that. We're fine with it. We're super good with it. Okay, so he did that. He's targeting whomever is closest, which is going to be this person here. So he'll go 1, 2. He'll probably, he wants to go to the government lab, just check it out. Make sure things are going smoothly in there. But he cannot reach, so he cannot attack. An event. Were you 2 in the changing room this whole time? Yeah. Place 2 new victims at the community pool. Ooh la la. 1, 2. Perfect. And then we are going to draw an event card. Ugh, scary. Another special victim. Oh my god. Head researcher. Heck yeah. I'd hate to have him as a father. Papa. Place the head researcher at the government lab. Uh-oh. During the upkeep phase, 1 normal victim at the government lab is killed. Then the closest normal victim to the government lab moves 1 space closer to it. If the head researcher is killed, you increase bloodlust by 2. That guy's a jerk. Very helpful conspiracy theorist, very unhelpful researcher. So if there is a normal victim here, they will be killed. If there isn't, the closest one will move 1 space during upkeep. We have to remember that. I'm not going to remember that. that might be something that I forget. All right, so that's that whole action. So it's back to me. So let's search. Okay. All right, we're getting lots of 1 stars. We haven't had any 2-star queens yet, but you know what? It's okay. I don't want to discard anything because I just get to take from the top. Flamethrower. All right, what does a flamethrower do? This must be kept in your hands and you may not have any items in your backpack. So this is it. This is all I can have. May be used once per action phase to deal damage equal to half of the killer's current health rounded down, or to kill all minions in your space. Okay. We want to use this like now when he's at full health, because that half of 11 rounded, so it would be 5. I would get to knock off 5 of his health immediately. Like, it would be great. It's gonna be amazing. I'm very excited about it. All right, bye search card. Oops. All right, so now we're gonna go for a run. These people are super dead. It's gonna be fine. So we're gonna run. Let's run. Sprint. Aha. No stars. But we do have some stuff we can get rid of. Like, as an example, a short rest and a weak attack. To do this, that's gonna let us move 2. 1, 2. I would like to move 3. Is that gonna be worth it? I'll do it. 2 focuses. I don't know if that's a good idea, but I did it. So I can move 3. We'll move down 1. So come on, little bud. So we'll go 1, 2, 3. Hey, everybody. We're here to party. I like to party. Then I do have a walk. I'm pretty close to him. The reason why I'm saying that is because I have a flamethrower. So I could save some of my time right now to get like a furious strike. Have a walk card coming back to me. Yeah, I'm gonna save these, I actually think. That's what I actually think. We're gonna stop. I will get that walk card back. So I have 4, oh yeah, no, I'm not gonna spend the time yet. I have 4 time. I don't need an attack card in order to use this, and I can use it from 1 space away. So I don't actually need a Furious Strike, but I will need to open a rift. And in order to collect those, I will need a search card. So this is what I'm gonna take. I'm getting the open the rift card now to prepare myself, because if I'm up here and he's gonna be moving up here, I assume. So I'll be close to him and it'll soon be time. It's going to be great. Cannot wait to blow him to pieces. We are slaying. You were Susie. I remember you well. Susie's in the mirror dimension. Susie will now panic. Where are you going, Susie? Going up here to Fanghorn Forest, obviously. Okay, then he's gonna move. He will come. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. That's a lie. It won't be Susie. It will be the head researcher. It will be the head researcher. Okay, that sucks. He's gonna be killed for sure. You know what? It's fine. So when a special victim gets pulled in, we don't replace them with the meeple. Instead, we find their token and we just slide it down. So now they are going to panic. I didn't even acknowledge him as being a thing. Oh my God, he just stays. Why are you know what? He's a menace to society anyway. He's dead. Like I mentioned, if he is killed, we have to increase bloodlust by 2. 1, 2. This is actually not that bad because he would gain a heart back. He hasn't lost any yet, so he can't gain any. He's not a ghost. The poltergeist doesn't have any hearts. Who has unlimited hearts? Is it the Ratchet Lady? So he's done all of his stuff, so let's get into some terror. Retreat, retreat! Place the killer in your space. We're having a party here, apparently. Roll the 20-sided die 3 times and do the following for each result. So on a 1 to 6, he's going to attack me. On a 7 to 20, there will be no effect. If you are not attacked, Bloodlust will go up by 1. So I have to be attacked at least once, which is fine because I have a guard. So 1 to 6. There we go. So that's a 5. So let's try and protect ourselves. So reduce, I got 1 star, so reduce by 2. He's only hitting for 2. We have blocked it. So that was 1. 2, it's an 8, no effect. Be higher than a 6, for the love of God. 18, perfect. That actually worked out as good as it could, because if you were not attacked, but I was attacked, I would increase Bloodlust. Ha ha ha. And he's in my space. And I have a flamethrower. Consider me excited. He's dead. Bye. Okay. Oh, the conspiracy theorist. Okay, hold please. Everybody, calm down. Theorist will follow you, blah, blah, blah. While the theorist is in your space, if an enemy in your space attacks your victim, that enemy takes damage. Bah. So he has taken a damage. Thank you, my friend. My conspiracy theorist friend. Okay, my turn is a little bit different now. I'm not gonna lie. We need to open a rift. That's what we need to do. I need to open a rift because I need to attack him. Otherwise, everybody's about to die. 2-star queen, 2-star queen, 2-star queen. Thank God. Okay, so 2 stars. Go to the mirror dimension. Special victims may follow you. You don't say. Just so everybody knows, you always get to go to the mirror dimension, no matter what you roll. But there's a few other things, so I don't have to spend any time because I rolled 2 stars. If I had rolled 1 star, I'd spend 1 time. If I rolled none, I'd have to lose a heart and spend 2 times or just end my turn. So I will be flame throwing, and I can only do this once per action, so I can't just like flame throw. And remember, I can't kill him anyways right now, so it doesn't matter. Once per action, so we are going to, I can only use it twice. We're gonna get rid of that. Deal damage equal to half the killer's current health, round it up. So 10, 5. So we're gonna do 5 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You love to see it. You love to see it. Now we need to get the heck out of there. I have 2 walk cards. I've got to keep my friend with me, which means some of them peeps are going to be sacrifices. His dark power is about to get revealed. Ugh. All right, so we need to go for a walk. I am trying to get up here. Do I still have a search card? Okay, good. I'm trying to get up here so that I can get more keys. Okay, we got 1 star. I don't have enough cards to discard, so, excuse me. I'm gonna take my friend and 1 other lucky person with me. I have to remember, I am in the mirror dimension right now, and so is my special friend. Okay, I forgot to do that, but that's where I am. We have to do that to remember that we need to get the heck out of there before things get crazy. So I am walking, I did it, I lose a time. I'll have to walk again, hopefully. Just need 1 star, perfect. We're gonna go up here, lose a time. And I will discard my search card to take these and put them in here. So now what we're gonna do is we are going to spend a time to pull out a token. Okay, so we got 1 key. Time management is important. I think I need to do it again, and that'll leave me with 2, so I can at least get a guard to protect myself. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna stop. I could keep going. I shouldn't keep going. I should stop because I can do this on my turn. What I do know now, there are 3 blanks still in here though, so my odds are not as good. We'll stop and we'll just buy a guard, and we're gonna get not very good. We don't have any movement. It's fine. I don't think I'm gonna bother even trying to come down here because I just need one more key. Oops. I'm rewinding. I am coming out of the mirror dimension. I am out, everybody. I have left the mirror dimension. Don't worry. Let's pretend I did that before I bought my guard card. Thank you for your understanding. Okay, so that's it. That's me. We're gonna go back to him. He's gonna pull somebody in. He's gonna pull in Josie. There we go. And he's going to attack Josie. Josie did. So, boom. All right. Mind control. During the upkeep phase, all victims in the mirror dimension move one space towards the Slayer. I did something wrong. Just so everybody, I was supposed to panic that person. What if they got away? It doesn't matter because he can, well, here. It does matter because he's going to move. So just panic, move, then kill. We've already done all of this, so that's fine. But he will be here now, and that is why it matters. How many people are yelling at the screen? Raise your hand in the comments. I was yelling at the screen. You forgot to panic. That's something I'm going to have to remember for upkeep phase. Okay. Memory. That is that. That was just his first action. So we still need to pull a tarot card. This indecision's bugging me. Choose one. Lose progress on the mission. No thanks. Discard an item or increase horror by 2. Okay. Here's the thing. Losing progress on this mission means we would have to gather one more key. And honestly, that's a no-go for me. Discarding a random item, I only have the flamethrower. Honestly, that's a no-go for me. This decision is going to come as a shock to probably everyone because this is my literal least favorite thing in the world, but I am going to increase horror by 2. And if he kills one more, it's going to go up by 1, and then we're almost down to 1 die. So I might have to try and get a distraction card or something crazy. Oh, look at all these items. What the heck is going on over here? Event. Dry spell. You can use all river crossings until it rains. At the start of each action phase, roll the 20-sided die. 1 to 4, it rains, and you discard this card. Oh, I'm going to forget to use that, probably. Let's leave it here. Sometimes I'll put things here to make me remember. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I have focus cards actually back now. All right, so here's what I've got going on. Now, I don't have an open rift card, which sucks big time because I can use my flamethrower from 1 space away. But instead, okay. Let's focus first because I'm a little bit worried about it. All right. Use the time. Do I want to? I might actually, yeah, I'm going to discard these to turn those into 2 stars. And instead, I'll gain 2 time. I think that's a better deal for me right now. So I have guard. Oops, look. Did you see that? Did you see what I missed? During upkeep phase, all victims in the mirror dimension move 1 space towards the Slayer. I told you. I said it. I said I was going to forget it. So, just FYI, my camera died, so I had to take a little bit of a break to recharge it. Oopsie whoopsies. So, I'm pretty sure you saw everything before that, but what I am thinking now that I will do is I'm going to spend a time to claim one of these. And let's try that. Whoops, that one. Okay, so it's a blank. So I'm going to spend another time to try again. If I get another one, then I have to stop. Pow. Okay, so my mission has been completed, which means we get to put out Father Dearest. Okay, so he goes to the police station. While it says, use your brain and stay out of trouble. While the adopted father is in your space, change 1 die result to a star when resolving action cards that deal damage and deal 1 additional damage. Ooh. If the adopted father is killed in your space, horror increases by 2. Ooh. Oh, look, I forgot to do this. I was supposed to roll this at the start to 12, so this wouldn't have gone away. I didn't move, so it doesn't really matter, but that's why we put it in front of us, and we forgot to use it. I only have a guard and a focus. I'm not gonna do anything else. These can kind of stay up there. This is unlocked, so we're done the mission so we can kill the Slayer. Now I have 6 time, so I'm obviously going to get a rift. So that's gonna be 2, let's track it this way. I'm getting 2 walk cards back. I have a guard already. I'll have a choice of who to change, but I'll probably turn that one over. So I don't necessarily, unless something comes up here, he's not coming after me. I should turn that one because if he attacks them in my space, that is if they don't panic away. Okay, so that's 2. I can flame throw. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 health. So it would be 3 that it would take off. So I could get a furious strike for 4. And that would be it. Let's try it, whatever. Okay. So these ones are all going back. I only have 1 more use for my flamethrower. All right, so that's it for me. If you're curious about what I have focus, guard, walk, fury strike, and open a rift. All right, so it's his turn. He is going to be turning the closest person. I really want it to like flip my card, but I just don't see that happening. Let's turn this person. I forget their names. Was that Jessica? Is it Jessica that's with us? Who's to say? So they're gonna panic. They're panicking into his space. Either way, either person I would have changed. If that was the die result, they would have been going in there. So they are going to die. Horror's gonna go up, and we are going to pull a tarot card. The sky turned black. If there are no victims in the mirror dimension, there are. So we're gonna go to the next one. Panic all victims in the mirror dimension. All right, well, let's start up here. You'll go here. We'll do this one. They're gonna go over here, and then we'll do this one. They're gonna go down here, okay? Any victims in Slayer's space or an adjacent space are killed. Nobody, any victims in his space or an adjacent space, but there are none in the mirror dimension because this one's all the heckin' way down here, sucka. All right, so it's upkeep. Nobody's panicking, but we do have to do this. So he's gonna move here. This one will move here, and they're gonna go here. Now we're gonna do this. Okay, so it's a 15, so we can still use the river spaces. We take this away if it's a 1 to 4. And now it's my turn. And obviously, freaking obviously, I am going to flame throw them because they're 1 space. Whoa, Bessie, they're 1 space away. Oh my God, what the heck? Going on there. All right, so they're 1 space away. So I deal half their health damage rounded up. So they're at 5 and is rounded up, right? Oh, rounded down. Sorry. So it would be 2. Dang, it would be 2. That's okay. Then, so this flamethrower is gone. Bye-bye. It's been a blast. No pun intended. Oh, no. I had to open a rift first. Okay, where is it? So we opened a rift. Sure, I'll lose the 1 time and I won't give up the other cards. Okay, so now pretend that we just did that in the right order, shall we? Okay, so we're down here. My buddy's with me. Okay, I should, obviously, I have a Furious Strike, so I'm gonna try and walk down and then bop him in the face. 2 cards. Yep, we'll get rid of a walk and a focus. It's gonna go down 1, turn that into a star, and we're gonna go here. And then we're gonna Furious Strike because I'm mad, I'm furious. Worst case, this ends my turn. Furious Strike. Okay, well, I booped him. So I hit him for 1. Rats, okay. Horror goes down, but I have to end my turn, which is fine because I only have a guard card left anyway. All right, so I'm getting weak attack, focus, and short rest back. So here's the thing. He is probably gonna die, which sucks, but it's fine because he will attack. He's a friend, but yeah, he won't. Okay, anyways, I have 4 left. So 4 left. I should get a retaliate. Or is that what I should do? Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I don't know if that was a good idea, but it's okay. Sometimes in life you just need to retaliate and hope for the best, right? Right. Okay, so it's his turn. He is going to be, oh, he's already underneath. So he's gonna take this person, Juliet, replace them. They are going to panic here. He is then going to attack. So we're both there, which means he is going to attack my conspiracy theorist, which super sucks. Okay, while the theorist is in your space, if an enemy in your space attacks you or a victim, that enemy takes damage. So he is attacking a victim. I am making the assumption that the theorists themselves, it's like they punch back, but they are going to die, which means horror is going to go up. Oh, it's only by 1. Okay, if the theorist is killed in your space, take increase horror by 1. So they're dead, they're gone. Dead and gone. However, we got a little bit of adrenaline cooking. Let's see what the tarot card says. Because if he attacks me, I have a retaliate so I could kill him. He's attacking me. Run up that hill. Yeah, it's a good reference right there. All right, so he is targeting me. He will move, he is not moving, he is attacking, he is hitting me for 3. I, of course, have adrenaline because he's on his last health, and I, of course, have a retaliate. So all I need to do is hit him back. I need 1 star. I just need 1 star. That's all I need. I just need 1 star. That's all I need. Okay, thank you. It's fine. It's super fine. So we will get rid of 2 cards to give us 1 star. Roll 3 dice, get no stars, go figure. So we got 1 star. We will reduce the attack by 2. So he's hitting us for 1. And we are hitting him back for 1. And he's dead. We've defeated the Slayer. I'm pretty sure the first time I played this on stream, I also defeated him. So you are not my nemesis. Killer from Tomorrow is my nemesis. Let's see. Oh, I didn't have any extra hearts anyway. So my thoughts. So far, for those that are curious, let's bring the box over. I have played Slayer, I have played the Tormentor, and I have played Killer from Tomorrow. Of the 3, this one is my favorite. I really like how it adds just like a little bit more complexity with the missions because like I was able to complete the mission relatively quickly. The last time I did it, I wasn't. And so that can really mess with you a little bit. The flamethrower was a very lucky find because the flamethrower helps you get through the health really quickly. But if I hadn't had that, I would still be fighting for my life right now, basically. Overall, I really like this set for a few reasons. I love the theme. It's super colorful. It's fun. I think the Slayer is a fun character. I like the mirror dimension aspect of it. I also love the missions. And I have played a couple of the different missions now, and I think so far my favorite mission that I've done is the code breaking one. I will say, once again, of the 3 that I've played, this is the simplest of the 3. Merrick Murders and Killer from Tomorrow were very difficult. I did not win either of those. Not even close. Not even close. So I would say this could be a good one to kind of start with for series 3. Although I haven't played Don't Make a Sound yet. That's going to be the next one that I play. Actually, you could probably watch that now. I'm planning on streaming that this week before this video comes out over on the Van Ryder Games YouTube channel. I stream Final Girl over there twice a month. But yeah, I love this one. I'm excited to play the rest. I do plan on making another ranking video of all of the different Final Girl feature films to rank them, because last time I did it, I only did series 1 and 2, but now we have series 3 here, plus we have special feature films and all of that good stuff. But yeah, if you are interested in Final Girl, I'll put the link below to the Van Ryder Games website. You can also obviously check it out on at your friendly local gaming store. Please keep in mind a few things. Number 1, you must have the core box in order to play any of the feature films. So that is a requirement. If you're just buying one feature film at a time, you have to have that. I just realized I didn't have to send any dice to jail. Unheard of. So that's what you need. And remember, a lot of what I'm playing with is some upgraded bits. You don't need upgraded bits, but they're always fun to have. I always get asked which playmat is the one that I would recommend. Series 2 over Series 1 for sure, but whatever floats your boat, whatever you like. But yes, I'm excited to do my ranking video. I love Final Girl, still love it, will always love it. And that's just how it's gonna be. All right, friends, that is everything that I have for today. Like I said, if you're interested in seeing more of me playing Final Girl, I definitely recommend heading over to the Van Ryder Games YouTube channel, because I stream on there twice a month. I always post in our Discord when I am live streaming Final Girl, so if you're interested, we have a whole Discord channel dedicated to Final Girl for those of you that love it. If you want to talk to a community that really enjoys it, I recommend joining our Discord. But that's everything that I have for today. Now, if you're interested in buying board games like Final Girl, like I said, make sure to check your friendly local gaming store. And if you like what you see, please subscribe. I hope to see you again soon. And now, I say goodbye. Goodbye and happy slaying. Slay. It always looks crooked, and I don't ever know why. Because if I straighten it up top, it gets crooked on the bottom. Oh, I see. I don't know. Crazy world. We just got a new kitten. I think many of you may know Nandor the Relentless. And he's home with Jeff today because obviously I'm here, and Jeff just texted. He's like, Nandor is a menace. He's a kitten. He's doing kitten stuff. Trust me, in my insides, I never forget to panic. But I don't think so, because he was here. He did a murder. Sometimes one of the hardest things for me is determining who's closest. Just making sure I haven't forgotten anything. That's upkeep phase. I forgot to do that last time, didn't I? No, I didn't. My God. I need like a memory tracker, or just better memory.